Welcome to Medium Rare Poetry. I am your host and hobby poet, Filet Mignon. Today I'm going to share with you a potted history of the development of mankind through the ages. Now you might think that this is going to be some enormously long poem similar to War and Peace or something like that, but because we never learn from our mistakes, we are on a continuous loop, so summarising the history of mankind is not that daunting. So I present to you So Very Clever.
So Very Clever by Filet Mignon. In the history of earth, not that long from his birth, mankind did emerge from his cave. Though not in great numbers, he'd woke from his slumbers, a shiny new future to pave. A profusion of creatures his world now did feature, to eat and to clothe him as well. He thought his existence faced no real resistance, so then all his numbers did swell. To set himself free, he chopped down a great tree, and then managed to craft him a boat, and thus he could wander to distances yonder, with more trees to keep him afloat. The world was his plaything, his courage amazing. He thought he'd continue forever. His confidence grew, and his brain, it did too. Oh yes, he was so very clever. This now global spread saw new tribes that were led by a confident version of man. But he was too zealous and instantly jealous of those who had more than his clan. Blinkered in sight, these new tribes had to fight, for the others were seen to have plenty. The bloodshed ensuing seemed wrong for pursuing. Religion was thus elementary. So rules were enacted, which can't be retracted, to make all the humans obey. Hell was invented, so laws were cemented, ensuring brave death was okay. Thus wars were enshrined because man wasn't kind. He owned this unholy endeavour. The keenest of skills found more new ways to kill. Oh yes, they were so very clever. Fire was found, good to melt up the ground, making glass, then some iron and copper. The genie, it seemed, had burst forth with some steam. There was no way replacing the stopper. More trees were consumed to now feed all the flumes. Demand was so great for these metals. The forest denuded as woodchoppers feuded. The populace never was settled. Then some crafty soul soon discovered that coal would burn hotter and speed up the trade. So in came the miners and dug through to China, and fortunes were readily made. These aptly named barons left countryside barren, and blackened the skies with their smoke. They scoffed at their workers and viewed them as shirkers, and basically kept them all broke. So now there were classes of men wearing glasses, their ties to the law they did sever. Their lives were entitled, their greed was unbridled. Oh yes, they were so very clever. The trees now were taken, the land was forsaken, but onward the humans did lurch. The gods were entreated each Sunday by seated men pious when they went to church. When rituals were ended, the holy pretended to care for their passionate flock. The meek were misnomers, they saw them as donors, investing in fossil fuel stock. The skies were polluted, the seas were unsuited, the fish had been sent to the grave. The rich held a meeting, although it was fleeting, reverted to live in a cave. The seventh extinction advanced with distinction. The species was soon to be never. A great astral hand had erased all of man. Mother Nature is so very clever.
Pretty tragic, wouldn't you say? But it doesn't need to end badly like that. We all know what we've done to our environment, what we've done to the climate, what we've done to oppressing peoples and warring and spending all our money in the wrong places. So we can save it all. I just hope one day that we will do that before it becomes too late. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the poem. Please like and share and subscribe if you would. And I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.